John McMillan, Senior Pastor at John Knox, Presbyterian Church. There's a story in Mark about Jesus sending the disciples out into the villages to heal and to help and to preach. And as they come back, they have all these stories of what they've seen of God's power at work in the community. And Jesus almost recognizes that they're kind of a manic, kind of a hyper state. And he calms them down and says, come on, let's pull away. Let's go away to a quiet place to rest a little while. So they're in the boat, heading to a quiet, deserted place, and they see the crowds that recognize him and want to be with him. And they get to the shore, and Jesus looks at the crowds, and he says that he has compassion on them because they're like sheep without a shepherd. And I imagine the disciples may have been a little annoyed at the crowds. They wanted time with Jesus in their own little space to be together. And instead, the masses have followed them. And Jesus, instead of being annoyed, he has an understanding of the crowds, of the people, like sheep without a shepherd. They're vulnerable. A lot of them are hurting, and they need community. They are lonely, and they're looking for friendship. He understood, and I think that's the root of compassion, to understand another, to sometimes move beyond our own perceptions, which oftentimes are off, and track where a person really is at. Try to understand them. And in the understanding, usually we will arrive at a more compassionate place. Remember, God has compassion on you. God understands you and knows where you're at. And then invites you to understand the people around you. And sometimes when they are impatient or off kilter or hostile or angry, instead of imposing immediate judgment or even escaping from them, try to understand what's behind the anger, what's going on with the hostility, what's going on with the anxiety or the loneliness. Can we understand? And if so, it would be compassionate. Remember, you're not alone. God cares for you, and so do we.